Alright, welcome to the Leganza crash course. I'm going to take a hit of this bowl, and then we're going to discuss the 5 things we're going to talk about. Alright, so I gotta look away from the camera while I'm making this video because I'm really bad at getting my thoughts out thoroughly while I'm talking to a camera. Because I do feel like I'm being watched by a lot of people when I do that, because that's usually what ends up happening when I'm in front of a camera. I end up getting watched by a lot of people. So instead of looking in front of the camera, I'm just going to look away so I can get all my thoughts out. Now, we're going to discuss the 5 things that we are going through in this video. This is going to be a long video, by the way. This is probably going to end up being posted to YouTube and not fucking Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, because this is going to be a long fucking video. So we're going to discuss the inspiration behind the brand. We're going to discuss the ethos of the brand. We're going to discuss the trials and tribulations of the brand. We're going to discuss drop of the brand, the drop we have planned, and then we're going to discuss the trajectories. The inspiration behind the brand. I felt like I was in a bad position in my life, honestly, because underground rap, as much as I really loved the scene back in 2015 to 2020, it just became really toxic over time. And I'm not talking about the musicians themselves. There are some musicians that I don't really like and have problems with just because of being an underground rapper in that sphere. But that's the problem. We shouldn't have problems with each other if we're peers. That's not how this shit is supposed to work. We're supposed to lift each other up. And I kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit. I really did. And a lot of really bad shit has happened in my life where I should have died, honestly. There's this one time back in 2018. I'm gonna look in the camera for this because this is real shit. There's this one time back in 2018 where I got in the worst car accident I've ever been in. Airbags went off, fucking lights went out in my eyes. I couldn't see shit. Music went off. I actually cannot listen to the song Can't Say by Travis Scott and Don Toliver anymore without thinking about this accident because it was so traumatic. The car was totaled. It's undrivable at this point. I thought I died for about 2 seconds. Honestly, the fact that I'm still alive today proves that there is someone looking out for me up there. And I don't know who it is. I don't know who it could possibly be. But whoever you are, this brand is for you. And it's not just for you. It's for everybody. And this is when we get into the brand ethos. So, Leganza is a post-fashion brand. As you can see, our logo was quite literally made on PixArt. It's a font on PixArt. If you actually look at the Sexy Red Get It Sexy cover, we could just lie and say it was designed by us because the font is literally the same. So, yeah. Leganza is a post-fashion brand, very ironic. What we're doing with it is we're basically printing bullshit designs that I make while I'm high, and then I put them on very high-end t-shirts because my life has been through a lot of bullshit, right? But for some reason, I still have a lot of luck. And by the way, the car accident and all that shit, that isn't just the only bad shit that happened in my life. A lot of the shit I don't even want to discuss on video. So, shit gets heavy. Shit gets really heavy. I will discuss one really heavy topic when discussing one of the garments, but we'll get to that later. Trials and tribulations of the brand. So last year, I thought because I had a decent enough following from the music, I built myself up for about 9 years at that point. I was thinking if I dropped the clothes with no promo, I could easily get at least a couple sales, right? I'll get at least a couple $100 maybe, or 1,000, maybe 1,200, something around that line. Sorry, my nose is really stuffy right now. But yeah, I made 0 sales. So I have made not a single penny off Leganza back in 2024. Not one penny. I gave it out to one person thinking that was good enough promo. I gave it out to Wild Carduno, and this is not a diss to Wild Carduno. I fuck with him. He's a good artist, but giving it to one person, no matter who it is, like, you could give the shit to fucking Lil Uzi Vert if you want to. And if he's the only person that's wearing it, that's not gonna make people want to fucking buy it. You know? Like, you can't just expect one little piece of promo to help you out. But what I'm doing right now is I'm doing that times 10. I'm sending it out to anybody that wants it. So I sent out to Laserdin 700. I got Percocet some clothes. I got AOLE some clothes. I got Youngster Jack some clothes. I got some of my friends got some clothes. I'm sending out to Jugnino. I'm sending out to a bunch of underground rappers, basically. I'm just DMing them left and right, asking for addresses. That's the promo method. Now, let's pull out the laptop and talk about the website that we have up. So, this isn't up at the very moment. This is going to be up in 3 days. As you can see, we have a lot of items on our website. We have like 32 items, I believe, for drop 1, which is a very, very heavy drop 1. We have 40 items for all of these, except for the Champion collabs, which has 20 items for both of them, and the North Face puffer jacket literally has one of each size. Now, let's talk about the wristbands first, because I feel like that's just a cool thing to start off with. This is the cheapest item on our website. It's like $5, you know, Five Below type shit. So this was inspired by a Y2K era bracelet that I saw a lot back when I was a kid. It said I heart boobies on it. I think it was for breast cancer awareness, if I'm not mistaken. So I changed it up. I edited it a little bit. It's the same font for the eye. It's the same heart they use. But I made the boobies Leganza. It's not boobies anymore. It's Leganza. You heart Leganza. But like, it's still, we fuck with breast cancer awareness, obviously. Fucking, I support breast cancer. Shout out Kodak Black. Yeah, very Y2K, very boobies. Let's get into the bags, actually. Let's get into the bags. So, this could be a cash cow item. Our goal with the bags here is to compete with Telfar. So Telfar is selling their bags for $150, which is the cheapest. We only have this bag up. We don't have more expensive tiers of bags, but ours are $135. They're bigger than Telfar bags, and they're made with polyurethane leather, which is the same leather Telfar uses. It's $15 off a Telfar bag, and it looks better. It's built better. You know, it's just better overall. And this is not a diss to Telfar, because I actually fuck with Telfar and what they stand for. I just need to compete and make sales, you know? As you can see, we have it in white, we have it in black, we have it in tan, and we have it in pink. Good colorways, you know, get one for your girl, happy Valentine's Day type shit, you know. It's not going to deliver by Valentine's Day. Just tell her you got it for her. Anyways, let's get into the t-shirts, because these are the things we have the most of. So we have out of business tee. As you can see, this is just the Spirit Halloween logo, because you know when stores go out of business, they usually turn to a Spirit Halloween. It's the Spirit Leganza now, baby. So then we got the Minecraft tee, which I can't call the Minecraft tee because then I get C&D. Looking for diamonds tee. I think it looks sick. This is a really cool design, like, regardless of the infringement. We got the Dare tee. I love drugs, I called it. But I think that's just funny. I don't know. Leganza. World on Fire tee represents the world nowadays. It has a little rip-off of the Pepsi logo on it. We got Leganza. This is an OG-ass reference. If you get this reference, I fuck with you. And then we got this tee before GTA 6 tee. Like, bro. This was too obvious to make. This was too obvious to make. I could not pass this up. And then we got the Donkey Rhubarb tee. Aphex Twin is probably the one of my favorite artists of all time. He's just too experimental with it, but in the best way possible. If you don't listen to Aphex Twin, you have to check him out. Like, ASAP. If you like experimental music, check him out. So now we got the art tee. I actually had to edit the design on this tee because I would have got sued if I didn't have it in complete red. Then we got the last thing you see tee. Basically, what I did with this design was I asked Adobe AI to make an incomprehensible horror that only a nightmare can create. That's what it gave me. And I just made like a edit of it. Like I made it like negative, all this shit. Anyways, iced out tee. Little grill, simple, you can wear it anywhere. You know, it's fire. Netanyahu tee. Fuck Netanyahu. Deftones tee, Around the Fur tee. I love this. I love this, love this, love this. Around the Fur is one of my favorite albums of all time. I even have it on vinyl. Hold up. I have it on vinyl. I have the shirt. Virtual Insanity tee. Again, I'm really just inspiring these off of bands and like artists and like stuff in general that I fuck with. I love Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai is an awesome, awesome artist. Again, check him out. Yeah, then we get the Follow Your Leader tee, which I think the message is pretty blatantly obvious here. If you're a neo-Nazi, you know, low tier god yourself. NRA logo tee. I hate the NRA, but the making the L in Leganza a gun was too good to pass up. I'm sorry. We have this in a hoodie as well. And then, for our final tee, we have a Leganza First Friend collab. Now, First Friend, if you don't know him, he is a designer for Actual Hate. He has worked with Ken Carson on his tour merch. He has like a lot in his portfolio. So, I worked with him because I really liked his designs, and this is what he came up with. I told him to inspire it off the Terrifier 2 movie scene where he's in the bedroom. So, that's what he did, and I loved it. This is also a very, very popular design. So he put it in a hoodie version, a tee version, a hooded long sleeve version, and a polo. So let's get into the hoodies in general. We got a scoped hoodie, we got a Zaza hoodie, got the NRA logo hoodie, as I obviously said before, and we got the First Friend Chop Chop hoodie. It's lit. We also got the Leganza Champion Notre Dame Reverse Weave hoodie, and this is where we get into the collabs. So we have this. We have the Leganza Champion Notre Dame Bomber, which is really a varsity jacket. I don't know why I call it a bomber. I should change that. The Leganza North Face Puffer Jacket, which it might be expensive. Yes, it's a $280 jacket. You have to understand. It's so expensive to produce these. Like, it literally costs like half the money that I'm pricing it at to produce them. So I'm barely making any profit. Let's talk about the hats. So we have the World on Fire hat, because I think that design just works perfect on a hat. And then we have the scoped hat. Now, this was the original thing I put the scoped design on. I have it on the shiesty as well, but the hat was the first thing I put that design on. And if you want to know why that design is on there, it represents my suicidal thoughts as a kid, and honestly throughout my adulthood as well. Like, I have been suicidal for a long fucking time, and this is like jokes off, you know, no jokes here. Like, I have had a ton of attempts. Shit has been rough for me, you know. Like, I don't want to get into the reasons why I want to kill myself, and like I'm trying my best, obviously nowadays, to like move on, truck forward, because I still want to be alive, you know. I don't want to fuck around, do anything terrible that would affect my family, that would affect the friends around me, you know, all that. That is put on there as like a shitty thing. But it also works for gangsta rappers, because Laserdimp 700 loves this hat. Here's a picture of him wearing it. We got the shiesties as well. You know, fire. Yeah, we're back to jokes. let's get into the polo here. The Fit Pick polo. Hold up, let me show you this in real life. This polo goes hard. Bam. The Fit Pick polo. So if you want to know whose Fit Pick this is, it is the guy that said he was going to drop an album in 2024 and then didn't drop an album in 2024. And now we're still waiting for it, and it's damn near February. That's crazy. But yeah, it's that guy. So I just whited it all out so no one can sue me. No one could be like, oh, that's my face on your t-shirt. Oh, you can't sell it. Well, your face isn't on it. It's all whited out. Who the fuck is it? No one will know. Until I say it. Anyways, yeah, it's inspired by the Ralph Lauren polos, also by the Balenciaga hoodies that came out. I just really like the Ralph Lauren look. I've always admired Ralph Lauren. He's probably my top 1 designer of all time. For the final item we want to talk about here, the Glow Painter Cargos. These are also really popular. And I've been trying to send out samples to some people with the cargos, but man, these are hard to make. These are really expensive to make too. Like, these are like $65 a piece, you realize. I'm selling them for $125. So I'm giving you good quality shit for a pretty decent price, honestly. Let's talk about the trajectory. Have a bunch more concert handouts, because that Laserdisc 700 one was too good to pass up. I'm thinking we might go to the Osama-san concert and try to give it to him too. That might be a good plan. There's this one person that's really, really big that I could give it out to, that I have connections with. Like, he has like over 30 million monthly listeners on Spotify type shit. But I obviously can't give it out because I would be ruined. I can't let that shit slide. So you'll see him in Leganza soon. This isn't your stylist brand either. This is your brand. This is a brand for you. This is, again, part of our ethos. This is a brand for you. You don't have to explain shit to people when you're wearing this shit. If they question you on why you're wearing something like this, or if they dare to question you on this shit hard. This shit go dumb. So my final message is, if you don't wear Leganza,